Hey guys, OG Silverback here, and welcome to All Things Pimping, the Pimping channel, where I'll be your host. And here, guys, for those of you new to the channel, I just want to say what I'm looking to do is to give you the tools to become the best version of a pimp as you define it. Because there's different types of pimps, man. There's intellectual pimps, there's sexual pimps. I'm a gorilla pimp, just so you know. There's a drug dealing pimp. There's all kind of different pimps, but the main thing is to change your perspective on women and to look at them as a commodity and not to give in to your lust and your loins and be like a trick and a beta male, man. That's what beta males do. That's what separates alphas from betas. The pimp is the ultimate alpha. And so I have a question for you guys here today. This is a rhetorical question because I want you to really think about it, give it a lot of thought. I wanted to ask yourself, on your quest to become the best pimp ever as you define it, right? To become a master pimp. Because this is what I believe, guys. Let me tell you something. I tell all my children this. I tell all of my siblings. I tell all the people that I train, just so you know, I'm a life coach and a dating coach, and I'm a martial arts trainer. I used to train people in IT, but I switched out of that field just because it's just too crazy dealing with the end users, man, and the pace. I'm more of a laid-back dude now, man. I'm not all aggro. So anyway, what I want you to do as you come here is to, on your path to become a master pimp. When I say a master pimp, anything you do in this life, guys, you want to attain mastery. And let me tell you something. I want to tell you, all you guys, something. Let's get this straight right now. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. So, you know what? When you cut corners and you shortchange, man, and you shuck and jive, you're shucking and jiving yourself. Let me tell you something. The only shortcut in life is the long cut. You know, it's just like the tortoise and the hare. There's this Aesop fable for you non-reading dudes, man. There was an Aesop fable called The Tortoise and the Hare, and they had a race. Now, everybody knows a tortoise is fat. I mean, a hare is faster than a tortoise. A tortoise is just a fancy name for a turtle. A hare is a fancy name for a rabbit. Everybody knows rabbits are faster than turtles. But the turtle was like me, dude. Let me tell you something about me, my work ethic, dude. I may not be the fastest or the strongest or the smartest, but I got a work ethic, dude. Once I set my plan, I just know the compound effect of me doing daily actions headed in my goals, directions, I will succeed. So you got the hare takes off, pew, and then, he gets distracted, and he sees some tulips over there, he eats them, takes a nap, then he runs over here, he takes a swim, all that stuff. The turtle just keeps on trekking. Guess what? You already know at the end of the fable, the tortoise won. And life is like that, guys. If you decide to do something, totally immerse yourself in it until you get a mastery of it. And never, ever, 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 ever give up until you've reached your goal. I don't care what adversity comes your way, because that's the mark of a true man. Anybody can be doing something as long as it's hunky-dory and peachy keen and life is good, man. The testimony of a true alpha male, a true pimp, is once you make your mind up to do something, you don't let anything take you off your path. Yeah, maybe you might get derailed. You might get slowed down. Let's say you're trying to go to fucking Vegas from Cincinnati and you get a flat. Yeah, you're derailed. Get out of the car, put the fucking spare on there, jack it up, put the spare on, get in the car, and keep trucking. You don't lay on the side of the road. Woe is me. Things always happen. Shit always happens. It's not what happens. It's how you deal with it. So now that you've had time to think about what is the most valuable thing you have in your arsenal to become a master pimp. And let me tell you something about mastery. Mastery takes 10 years, guys. Look it up on the internet. It takes 10 years of dedicated study, application, and trial and error to have mastery. So the most valuable thing that you have, not according to me, but according to life sciences, is your time. Because time is your greatest commodity, second only to health. Health is the ultimate, guys. That's why, I've had these videos on here talking to you guys about isogenics and why isogenics is important to pimps. Because let me tell you something, man. When I grew up back east in Chicago and Detroit and Philly and New York, man, pimps were beasts. They were alpha men, man. Pimps were just, man, they weren't just pretty boys, man. They were fit, dude. They could fight, shoot a motherfucker in a minute. Just beast mode dudes, man. You got to handle your business. You got to have your health in order. So that's why I talk to you guys about this isogenics, because all this New Year's resolution coming, we don't wait for a resolution. The resolution is right now. The revolution starts now with you. You know what I mean? You get some good information where it makes you like stop and think and take a look at yourself. Is your body the way you want it to be? If the answer is no, contact me at ogsilverback2020 at gmail.com and hit me up. Say, hey, OG Silverback, talk to me more about this isogenics supplementation program you're on, and I'll give you a free coaching call. I'll call you. Normally charge $25 for 30 minutes. I'll call you for free just so we can kick game, because this is very important. It's life changing, dude. Once you change your physiology, it changes your mentals, dude. It changes your psychology. It changes your the whole way you perceive life. So the reason that time is your most important, the most valuable asset that you have to becoming a master pimp, because what you do with your time is very important. They say in prison, don't let the time do you, you do the time. How do you do the time? Okay, so we all got to work. We all have responsibilities. But when you're not working, quit watching porn, man. If you're watching porn, you're not a pimp, man. There's nothing you can learn about pimping from porn, nothing. Pimps don't choke their chicken, man. Pimps are above that, man. Pimps are on a higher level, dude. Elevate your mentality, dude. So the whole thing, when you're not at work, you should immerse yourself and inculcate yourself in information that's going to give you the best data library for reference points when you meet hot women, when you meet women that are sexually active. And this is what I recommend. I recommend when you're not busy working that you start reading books like this. So this is the first book I'm going to recommend. It's called Don't Be Afraid to Ask How to Date a Beautiful Woman. So here's the whole thing, man. A pimp is only as strong as his stable. So if you're pimping a bunch of fat hoes, man, are you a pimp? Yeah, theoretically you are. Do other pimps and men respect you and revere you and want to look up to you and be you? Not any man is worth his salt, because all men, let me tell you what my millionaire homies tell me, my millionaire associates tell me. You judge a man by his woman, his car, his watch, and his house, man, and his bank account. That's why all the pimps have nice fucking cars, dude. They be wearing Rolexes and stuff, man. Bentleys, dude. Their shoes are immaculate. They living in mansions and they got hot women. That's part of pimping. So you want to read these books and inculcate yourself, right? Here's the next book that I recommend you. And it's a cult classic. It's called Pimp. The Story of My Life by Iceberg Slim. Let me tell you something, dude. That was one of the most life-changing books I've ever read. And the reason being is, it wasn't because of the education he gave me. It's because of the way he told the story. I grew up around pimps. I told you, I had two pimps on my dad's side, and I had a pimp on my mom's side. And I used to like hang out with my uncles. And so when you're hanging out with pimps, that's what I tell people about gang members, man. I say be very careful hanging around gang members. It's not that I'm anti-gang member. But if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, most people are going to think it's a duck. So if you hang around some gang members that are into some like questionable activity, man, or into, that black on black murder, genocide, or brown on brown genocide, and you hanging out with the dudes and they done smoke somebody from a rival gang, then you guys is out just chopping it up, just kicking it. The gang member, he just your homie. And then a gang member comes up from one of his brothers got killed or something, or his uncle, and they see you guys together. Man, dude ain't differentiating like, oh, he just a square dude. He just a civilian, man. Like, he ain't got nothing to do with it. No, man, he with dude. Therefore, ergo I, he must be affiliated with dude. So you're going to get the drama. Let me tell you something, guys. In this life, I'm not trying to have drama, man. That's why I don't have drama from my women. I don't have drama from my employment. I don't have drama from my family, dude. I'm drama-free, which means I'm sucker-free, man. Because when you read these kind of books, bro, it puts you in a mindset that you understand, man. The world is your fucking oyster, dude. And you handle your business. You live the life of a dream. You're the playwright, the producer and director of your own life. Here's the next book I recommend you read. This is called Airtight Willie and Me. Iceberg Slim. Again, but he talks about his association with other pimps, dude. He goes way deep into their association, the game they share with each other, the behind-the-scenes secrets, how they learn to deal with women, how they learn to deal with situations, competition. It's a heavy read, man. And you got to read these kind of books, man, because then you have a database of your own reference point. So that when you go out into the world and you see other sharp dudes or you see hot women, bro, you're no longer thinking with your loins. You're thinking with your intellect, man. Here's another one I want you guys to read. The Naked Soul of Iceberg Slim. And this is Robert Beck. Iceberg Slim is his pen name. Robert Beck is his real name. Just so you know, any guy who wants to be a pimp, these are required readings. Like, it's required readings, you know what I mean? It's just like if you want to be if you want to be a basketball player, you got to read the Michael Jordan story, dude. You know what I mean? If you want to be a baseball player, you got to read the Willie Mays story. If you want to be a boxer, you got to read the Mike Tyson story. You got to read the story of the person who is identified with that, whatever the fucking genre of the field is, man. Iceberg Slim is like the pimp of the pimps, dude. He opened it all wide up. And here's another one, guys, I want you to get into. It's called Advanced Macking Seduction Course. The Shy Guy's Guide to One Night Stands. Now you might say to yourself, OG Silverback, why is that important? It's important because of this. Let me tell you something about pimping. It's about finding hot, airheaded women who are sexually active. Like, they're just sexually free, like these thoughts you see on Instagram, dude. And they're just twerking all the time, showing skin, you know what I mean? Have no self-restraint. So you gotta, there's a phrase, you gotta let a hoe be a hoe. So if you find these girls, you can lay them, you can slay them in one night, homie, with your pimp game. After you dick them down really good, man. Then you mind fuck them. You tell them, hey, you know what, you like to have sex a lot, man. You know, did you know that most of the girls on Instagram be going to Dubai and getting money from the sheiks and stuff like that, man? And that's how they be living this life, you know. And I think you deserve to have, you know, you got this body. You deserve to have a life like that, too. You ever thought about it? You know, can you picture yourself doing that? And you set up the relationships, dude. Like, you know, you got to master your game so you run in those circles where you're hanging out with sheiks in Dubai. Rich dudes, man. You know, rich bachelors, man. Rich executives. Stuff like that. You got to elevate your game. That's why I talk to you guys about isogenics, man. Getting in shape. And then also the money, because you invest $200, you make an additional $500 to $1,000. Let's just say we take $200, dude, and we invest it into the stock market, long-term stocks. This is not an overnight thing. We give it a year. Man, your stocks appreciate. Let's say we made an investment of $200 a month over 10 months. That's $2,000, man. Let's say your stocks appreciate to, let's say, $4,000. Dude, you take out the profit of the $2,000. You leave the original $2,000. Then you pay the taxes on it, and then you invest it into an annuity. I've talked to you guys over and over and over again, guys. If you're a real pimp, then hit me up at ogsilverback2020@gmail.com. Let's get some of this pimp money. Because let me see, the first thing, man, if you thinking you scraggly looking and you bummy looking and your body ain't tight, man, and your confidence ain't tight, you think you're just going to miraculously become a pimp, whether you go to my channel or Satan Center or the Book of Alpha Romeo or whatever, bro, you're delusional, homie. Because to attract a 10, man, you got to be a 10. It's the only difference is when you're a 10 and you attract the 10s, they're submersive, they're subversive to you because you're the dominant alpha and you're letting a hoe be a hoe. So, man, I really encourage you guys to thumbs up this video, leave comments, man, because we have to have a dialogue. This is a community, guys. I'm spitting game, and I need to hear back from you, like you taking down the game that I'm laying. And then, most importantly, subscribe to my channel, and then hit the notification all button, man, and share the video, man. Share the love to your homies. It's better if you got like Snoop Dogg said, ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. You want to form a mastermind group, get with some other dudes that want to become pimps, because I'm going to take you from ground zero to being a hero, man. But you gotta follow my lead, read the books, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe and share. Till next time, OG Silverback out.